If you're a good decision maker and you make a decision, a good decision maker, you're able to make a decision knowing you have 100% money back guarantee anyhow, so if you have no risk, your decision is if you take action, complete your form now. We're going to be having a lunch break. And the members are going to stay in the room because I'm going to give you that bonus session for members only. But in just a moment, we're going to be having a 2-minute break. If you're a guest, you'll go to the back of the room, fill out your form, enroll if you're committed to taking action with this. Otherwise, we're on a lunch break. Members stay in the room. We'll be starting in a couple of minutes. So if you're committed, willing to invest into your future, and you take action today during this lunch break, like now, fill out your form now, then what you'll do is you'll get a $1,000 discount. Or if you want to preserve some cash flow, you can pay it off on some simple finance plans, okay? It says there less than $49 per week. There's a new payment plan just been added for as little as $25 per week. See the team about that if you wish to just pay it off. So it's a small investment in consideration of what you get, and it's 100% money back guarantee. So if you don't think you can make 10 times your investment to do this program from the strategy you learn or what you save, make, then it is free. You've got 90 days to make that decision, okay? So here's what you need to do. On this form, you have a yellow form. If you're not a member yet, if you want to take the next step, it's all here. Simply fill out your name, address, details, your different payment options of this. You can pay in full, or there's 4 different payment plans. You can choose those, all a $25 a week one. Speak to the team, and they'll fill that out for you. Make sense? Okay. Then what will happen is your home study will be shipped out to you within 24, 48 hours. You will start your education then, and you can come to the seminars whenever you want. You can come straight away. You can wait a year. I encourage you to come within a year. And then you can come back as many times as you want. But even if you've never come to any of the seminars, just study the home study, that is enough for most people to get the results that they want. I'll give you a couple of examples of that very quickly. Also, adding to that, if you also complete the paperwork today, then what you can do is bring your spouse for free to the 4-day event. Make sense? You bring your spouse for free to the 4-day event. Okay? That's good reason to fill out the paperwork today. Okay, here's a couple of stories while you're filling out your paperwork. Here's, I won't go through the dates, you can worry about that later. Just a couple of quick members that have taken action in the past. Jason's a young guy. He started 11 months ago, got the home study package, and using the share strategies, he was able to replace his full-time income within 110 days of starting the home study. Okay, 3.5 months. So he's very happy about that. He's from Perth, met Jason recently, and as he says, I look forward to learning more advanced strategies. I would recommend the home study package to anyone. All the information you need to start is in there. I actually started making money through trading shares even before I went to any of the live seminars because it's all in the home study. So he's very happy about that. Steve Barenti, story was 15 years ago. He was, started his own business. He almost went bankrupt, had $2,000 left. He got the home study 3 years ago, took action, and he realized he wasn't in as bad situation as he really thought. And today, as you can read there, he lives in a $1 million home by the beach. His wife and himself drive the dream cars. They go on holidays. They went from working 6 to 7 days a week to now working a lot less. He's a property developer investor and has his own business. So it's not just the financial changes, but a lot of people get a lot more out of this than just the financial changes. So we could go through thousands of these. I'll share a couple more with you. There's an example there. He started saving money. He was able to double his income within 2 weeks of finishing the seminar, and he's able to quadruple his income. He's on track to do that in his first year. And he's paid off $30,000 off, is saved in cash and paid off his mortgage, a third of that in a short period of time. So some people get really big results, some people smaller, in between. It's really up to you. Kate Sheehan, she attended the seminar back in March 2006. She set a goal with the share market strategy to make $500,000 in 12 months. She didn't achieve a goal in 12 months. She achieved it in 10 months. She made $500,000 in 10 months. She then borrowed some more money to invest in 2 investment properties. And so she's made a substantial amount of money. Okay. As I said, there's people who made up to $27 million. There's people who made millions of dollars. People made a few $100,000. Most people would be grateful they could just make $2,000, $3,000, $4,000, $5,000 extra a month. Make sense? Okay. So it's up to you. I'm out of time. It's been great sharing with you today. If I never ever get to see you again, actually, before I do that, I want to hear from a couple of people. Can we just bring up Nikki and Lou? Give them a big hand.
Hi everybody, Nikki Gallagher here, and I became a home study member about 5.5, nearly 6 years ago now, and I was exactly the same as you guys are, sitting there going, oh yeah, this looks great, but you know, is it for me? Can I afford it? For one, I was working in a juice bar, earning $11 an hour, thinking, yep, that sounds great. Made the decision, went, you know what, I really want to change something in my life, and to change something you've got to actually make change. So I filled out my form and became a member. Over the next couple of years, studied all the DVDs and had with no money, went, oh, okay, OPM strategy, and went, Mum, I've got this great strategy, how about it? And so my mum, my sister and I went thirds in our first investment property, which we sold about 4 years later, bought it for 143, sold it for 342. After only spending about $5,000 on renovations, which was pretty cool. So I then took a little bit of time off going, yeah, this is great, semi-retirement. But we've now got 4 houses, a unit, a block of land and a factory. And so, yeah, we're pretty stoked about that.
Give her a hand for that, by the way.
Mum also, because I was telling her all about these strategies, and I was living in WA and she was living in Sydney, and she came along to an intro and saw Jamie once again and went, I want my own copy of the home study. So she also became a member, then spoke with the accountants and set up a self-managed super fund, and where she was only getting $71 a week in employer contributions with a self-managed super fund, bought a commercial property and now getting $350 a week. So since she bought that on her 60th birthday, by the time she turned 65, it's an extra $95,000 in her super fund. So she loves Jamie as well.
You know, I had a very strong drive to succeed because, you know, I don't know about you guys, but my income was capped in my job. Who can relate to a capped income that you can only sort of get to a certain height? So I pretty much took action as soon as I saw the DVD, filled out the form, did the $49 a week option. Back then when I joined, though, there was nowhere near the bonuses that are on offer today. You got the home study, only a 2-year membership plus 1 seminar, whereas now, you know, I was just running through half the things there, and it was pretty extraordinary what bonuses that you get. But in my 4-year journey of continual learning, I've managed to negotiate a home in Perth from, I'm actually going to stand in the light, negotiate a home that I bought in Perth using Jamie's strategies from $720,000 to $600,000. Just thanks for that, by the way. And now is just worth under $2 million. I now rent that out in Perth because I now live in Melbourne. I retired from the Australian Army in June this year. I now am a full-time investor, day trader. I trade E-minis on the US market and the European market. I've used his renting insurance and options strategies, which is what generated most of that income to sort of incrementally get me to where I needed to go. So I said, okay, 18 months, I'm going to get out of the Army, I quit my job, which I did, thanks to the strategies in the home study.
Been great talking to you. If I never see you again, good luck.